I did play through Death's Door, so I did finish that before anyone.
Even before me? 'Cause I did it
before
pretty
you,
fast.
sir. No, it was way before.
I mean, did you guys want to like convene with Vito and have a spoiler huddle? I suppose now would be a good time for it.
I mean, does anybody care about spoilers? Also,
I don't feel like this is a game where I should care about spoilers, right? Like
I was gonna say I want to be respectful towards everybody, but this game has like a pretty
Definitely more about the game.
I don't know what to call it.
I didn't give a shit about that narrative.
It's
Not
kind of
quite
generic-ish. It's kind
So
of
go
light,
ahead,
like you said.
you ass man.
All right,
It's
well,
a
what's
fun idea, but whatever.
you know,
This is a game that I would play.
just so this doesn't come up again a third time in the pod, let's go ahead and air out the bag on Death's Door. I don't care about spoiler bunkering myself.
All right.
I think, Greg, you said you're good, right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm probably not gonna.
Yeah, there's nothing to spoil in this game, as far as I think.
But I enjoyed it, and I have very few problems with it. It may not have blown me away, but I think it completely met my expectations for a game of this type. So it's, that's good in my book. It didn't grab or lose me in the, the story and character department. It just kind of did its thing, and that's that,
Yeah.
And I came to really appreciate the art design and the environmental direction. That stuff is great. I think I said something to this effect when I first saw Vito playing it, but I felt it even more strongly when I played through it, that it has this like that painted texture about everything, and it's just sort of this gratifying look to it. And the game in general often wears its inspirations on its sleeve. So I don't think you could call it like very original, but I think it's all rendered in a
This game's
style.
almost like this game. A lot of games are influenced by other games, but this game's like
super influenced.
super. I mean, from the boss designs to even when a boss enters and the Dark Souls like font pops up on the screen.
Oh yeah,
and the music starts playing. I think little nods to
even
to
as
Dark
early
Souls.
as you're walking in the first area and you see the security guard is named Ball Plart, and you're like, oh, it's this type of game. Like, this is what I'm in for. It's going to be a game with this type of thing.
It doesn't care.
Yeah, it's very lighthearted, silly. The dialogue tries to be humorous. I didn't think any of the game was like funny at all, but
Not
it's
funny,
it keeps things whimsical at the very least. I had a good time playing the game. I don't know. I had a weird experience where like I started playing it because I saw this at, I don't know, one of those PC game shows or whatever, and it looked cool. The art design is the best thing about the game. I mean, is one of the best things about the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was a real slow burn because I think it took me till the frog boss or that level, the Overgrown Ruins, where I was like, okay, I'm starting to have a little bit more fun. And I think that's like directly related to you spend a lot of time in the game without all of the abilities, I think. And then you kind of get them all real fast. Like I felt like, and once you have all the abilities, the chain, the hook, bow and arrow, the bomb, all that stuff. Like then the combat actually becomes very, very fun. I thought.
I would say so. Yeah.
And the game does nothing super unique, but it was fun. It was simple. I actually, what were you gonna say?
No, please go ahead.
I started having the most fun once I beat the game.
Okay, for the post game stuff, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I really a lot of the post game stuff I was doing could have been done during the game. I feel like they should have signposted that all way better.
Oh, for sure. There's certain stuff that none of us realized, neither of us at least, and John hadn't by the time he had gotten to. That's like, there's no reason for us not to have realized. And I've seen other people talk about this too, so I know it's not just us.
There was just never anything
Very
explaining
strange.
it. Like nobody tells you at any point in the game that if you jump on those little circle things, those are all hidden pathways in every level.
Yeah, that you got to do a plunging attack. Nothing ever.
They don't even tell you that there's a plunging attack.
No.
That the shrines, you don't actually find out what those are until much later in the game, like the third act of the game. And I actually,
you're talking about the ones that give you like extra health?
yeah, you could encounter them and you just walk up to them and you press a button and.
Well, I think that I don't know about it every time, but at least the first time you go up to it, it does say like collect a few more of these.
No, it says it every time. You're right, I guess. But in my experience, I didn't even get one shrine until I met a character literally in the third act of the game that explained it to me. So I guess I guess I didn't realize how many hidden pathways were in the game.
Well, yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. I think that may be just like a thing of like you
Maybe
haven't played as many of these games because like
Yeah.
when I went into the pothead, the first like dungeon ever, I was expecting. I was like, all right, this is like Legend of Zelda like, so they're gonna have like some secret item or some secret room, and there is. There's like in the whatever vase head lady's place. You go into a bathroom, and you can see the door on the floor, and it's a reflection, and you have to go through the reflection. But yeah, I mean, if you weren't looking for that stuff or you didn't know there are gonna be secret doors, then yeah, I could definitely see.
I did catch that one, but there's tons of.
Well, yeah, there's
pathways.
one before that, but yeah, there's definitely they want because I don't know their significance yet. I don't know. You guys took me seriously. I was memeing. Did not beat the game. There's little like what are little items you can find. Like I found like a wedding ring and I found like a photo. I don't know if those matter later, but yeah, those are all little hidden things in the game. So yeah, there's tons of hidden areas.
There's a lot of those. I didn't even get all the weapons until post game. But they're available. I don't think I did either. I mean, it's not like they're holding them off from you. It's just
right. Like the first one, you can easily miss. Like the twin. Well, no, the first one's the umbrella. I guess you can miss that too if you're not looking for it. The twin little daggers. I mean, they're sitting there and like they're not hard to get, but you don't have to go that path. You can. I mean, you could just go right by them.
Yeah.
True.
I thought that this game needed a map.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things I was going to say. It needed a map, and it's weird because it's like I never got particularly lost. It was just that sort of annoyance of like not having one, especially late in the game when you're looking around for stuff. I have a good sense of direction in games usually, so again, it's not like I got lost. It's just
same. It was just I especially when it comes to post game, it's like, man, I know I got to fucking collect things and, you know, I wish I could just look at a map and go to where I need to be.
There's no reason not to have one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a game like Dark Souls doesn't have a map and that's what its inspiration is. So
that's probably why.
It doesn't need a map, I suppose. I don't know. There was plenty of times in the game where I was like, I would really appreciate a map in this game.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Dark Souls is an example of like, especially the first game, I feel like he gets away with it because of excellence in level design. And if you're going to go the no map route, you really do have to have excellence in level design to have a natural flow and ebb to your levels. You know what I mean?
There's also, I think, a difference of going through it like third person, full 3D, everything like that. So you're like, you yourself are going through the world as opposed to the sort of isometric, like, things aren't, you're not in it.
At least so far to the point where I'm in, the game does do a good job of, you go through this path, then you open a shortcut so you don't have to go through it again.
Yes, that stuff is
it definitely cuts down on time once you open up those ladders and things.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I thought there was going to be a map, like like Zelda style, where you could find somewhere in the dungeons, at least for like the dungeon area or something.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah,
that would be cool.
Good. Yeah,
but
I also would have appreciated teleport back to headquarters button or something like that.
Right, because you have to find the door.
So far, they give a fair amount of doors, but I guess they go.
But they're always at the start or the end of the level. So if like you're just going, there's going to be a post game. Basically, you're going to want to collect stuff, and if you're just going to a level to collect something really quick, you don't have to navigate the whole.
I mean, if we're talking about Zelda, the Zelda usually has that kind of thing as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, even Souls-like games Like Hollow Knight has its tram system. Dark Souls itself has the bonfire teleporting.
But don't you use like a wind flute or whatever in the original Zelda game to get out of dungeons?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say, John, speaking of when we were speaking before of like the late game wanting a map and everything, are you like 100% certain that you're okay with like a little bit of spoiling? Because it's not really.
No,
it's something that I could say to you that would actually probably improve your experience, like the plunging attack onto the circles thing, which is just annoying to not know it the whole game and then find out that you missed all of them. Something very similar to that. Do you mind?
Oh yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna guess what he's gonna say.
What?
You're not gonna get any more item or ability power ups to the point you're at now.
That's not what I'm gonna say.
No,
I'm gonna say something much more similar and just
I know what he's gonna say.
An annoyance. Yeah. So there's a late game thing, a challenge in which you have to plant a seed in every single health pot in the entire game.
Oh.
So I don't know if you did this, John. I don't know if you did this, Vito, but I saved my seeds for the times that I absolutely needed a health refresh or health
That's what
regeneration.
I would do. Yeah, I'm a real
man
gamer.
saves a seed.
It saved my Estus up, and so I had like 20 or 30 by the end of the game because I had been using them very sparingly. And then only to find out that at the end of the game, they're like, yeah, just plant one in everything. You piece of shit.
I was not nearly as
back.
extreme as you. I definitely used them lightly, but then I think at some point in the game too, I guessed. I was like, I bet I'm going to have to fucking find every single one of these. And I'll tell you right now, I didn't truly get the true ending. I didn't. I did
really?
To get you get an ending and then there's the game doesn't end. You could get a true ending.
There's a somewhat true ending that you got, but you didn't get the true.
Well, no. So I got the regular ending, and then to get the true ending, you need to do like six different tasks that you're not told what to do at all. I thought it was great. You kind of just have to figure it out on your own. There's little hints here and there, but there's like 6 different tasks across the entire world.
And there is a hint system you can find for the pot thing, by the way. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's not comprehensive.
I didn't find that out on my own. I ended up having. I looked at a walkthrough like halfway through, and I was pleasantly surprised because I did figure out almost all of it, and then there was the pots thing, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do all of the rest of it because it's fun and it's new content. And then I'm just going to look up on YouTube the true ending. I'm not going to because it's not fun gameplay for me to, and it's just a video. It's not like anything.
I totally get that. I debated whether to do it or not. And then I started doing the things and I was like, I guess I'll do
You're like, it's not that bad.
It was pretty bad, but I guess I'll do all the stuff, whatever.
I think I was only like, game. I want to say I only needed like less than 5 pots, maybe even like 2. But I didn't even feel like finding those. That's like even worse. I
totally get that.
Especially if I went through like a walkthrough, there's like 60 or 50 pots. I'd have to find the one that I didn't have.
Oh yeah, that would suck.
But there's plenty of great post-game content. I was like really happy with that. I think the latter half of the game really hooked me. I was like, I'm having fun. This is a game that I find very easy to play because it's like chill. It's not Dark Souls. It's that you can't compare it to Dark Souls, but it's got fun gameplay, and sometimes it can be pretty difficult. Some of the boss fights, were difficult and fun, and then some of the just regular battles, like the avarice battles with the chests, those were fun,
pleasantly challenging.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
satisfying
in terms of the gameplay and in comparison to Dark Souls, I would say the game is fairly easy. Or at least not difficult to get the hang of. But your greatest enemy, like Dark Souls, ends up being your own impatience and your own greed in trying to get as many hits in as you can, stuff like that. And I think the top-down perspective made me want to get through the encounters faster for some reason. Whereas like third-person Dark Souls stuff, I feel like I'm more willing to be patient. I'm not sure why that is exactly. But I'd say the difficulty felt fair, and the bosses were fun. I wish there were more bosses actually, but
Wish there's
I
more
thought the ones
bosses.
that
The
they had
bosses
were
were
fun.
excellent.
Let me lay this down for you guys, all right? Because I noticed this while I was playing. Because I mean, so far I really haven't. No me, I really haven't run into anything difficult that far,
Yeah.
or so far. But I have noticed that the gameplay is pretty similar, just kind of like maybe a little slowed down version of Enter the Gungeon.
Okay.
You run around, you have a dodge roll. So if you are digging just strictly the gameplay and you want more of that, but in like a roguelite / much more bullet hell. I mean, it's obviously more difficult. They want you to die and restart and get better. I check out Enter the Gungeon.
Cool,
I have
that's,
400 hours in it.
I think
love
I've
Enter
put
the
a little
Gungeon.
time into it.
That's a great recommendation. Yeah, I will check that out because I did really enjoy the simple, not mindless. You had to pay attention to what you're doing, but I don't know.
yeah.
Something
Sure.
about it was very chill. It's only like 3 buttons.
Yeah.
You haven't played Enter the Gungeon?
No.
Oh.
He's not a big roguelike guy. I probably told him it wasn't the game for him.
Yeah, we should play that. It has a co-op too.
Oh yeah.
Vito, let's
Guys,
play Nuclear Throne.
What's that? That's
Nuclear
a
Throne.
DLC or something?
Another one. No, it's like another game like that.
Yeah, you
like,
can play Enter the
Gungeon.
Gungeon after you beat Spelunky 2.
Mm.
Yeah, okay.
Guys, I
Good
beat this
attempt.
game. I beat this game.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I was
Congrats,
very happy about
Yeah.
that. I don't beat a lot of video games.
I
Like
know,
I
I'm with you.
start games.
Well, you
I-
didn't get the true ending, but it's
All right, well, come on. I could have got the true ending. If I dedicated like another 5 hours to the game, I
Right,
obviously would have got the true ending. It's not fun work. It's just.
I don't know. I'm with you, dude. When it stops
I'm with
being
you.
fun, why do it?
But I beat this game. I think that says a lot because the game was enjoyable enough for me to beat. I pick up a lot of games, play them for a little bit, and then put them aside. But
I'm
game,
proud of you, Vito.
this game, which I wasn't even blown away by, but I just had fun. It was good.
Yeah.
I liked
Hey,
And,
game no
for-
fun, me no run. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you say all the time. And from what I understand, I didn't play it, but this developer's first game, Titan Souls, Death's Door is a market improvement over Titan Souls. So if they're only getting better, then I look forward to seeing what they do next.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, for
You know?
sure.